Hi everybody, welcome back to Hildy's Cafe. I'm Hildy, my cafe is my kitchen. Got my girls today, the Golden Girls, and you know what happens when they wander into their kitchen and they have a little trouble. Well, they solve it with a piece of cheesecake. So that's what we're making today is blueberry cheesecake. I already made my graham cracker crust. I will link the recipe down below. And I will also include the link to the video so you can see how this is done. It's very easy. Just take your springform pan. This recipe calls for an 8-inch. I don't have an 8-inch. I have a 7-inch. So what I did, or what I'm going to do, is the leftover cheesecake filling. I'm just going to put it in a ramekin or a couple of them, and then just bake them in the oven on their own without any graham crackers. So my favorite graham cracker crust, well, not the crust, my favorite graham crackers is Cheesecake. They're a really good brand. Let's see if we can get it focused. Oh, that doesn't work on there. I think the light's too bright. There. Cheesecake. If you're watching, sponsor me, please. This is not a gluten-free recipe, but I adapted it to be a gluten-free recipe. For this, you're going to use double the amount of graham cracker crumbs that says in the recipe. I'll put it in my recipe, but if you watch the video and read, they want 7 ounces. But because it's gluten-free, the butter really melts it down and make it pretty pasty. So I doubled up on it. And if it's a little too wet, add a little bit more graham crackers or a little bit more crumbs to your butter. It requires the double amount instead of half the butter and 7 ounces because the springform pan is so big. Grease the bottom of your springform pan, put some parchment paper over it, and then lay the ring on top, close it, grease the sides, and then lay parchment paper along the sides. And then after your graham cracker crust is done, you're gonna just mix it up by hand, and then you're gonna take a straight, this is dirty a little bit because I've been mashing it. Take a glass or a measuring cup that's straight up and down and it has a flat bottom, and you're just gonna kind of tap it all around, and you're gonna move it up all the way to the top. All right, and then we're gonna set this aside, and now we're gonna make the filling. Let me get rid of this. And this is pretty easy. It's basic cheesecake. Gonna get out big old Bertha here. Okay, it's gonna call for 1 pound of softened cream cheese. 1 pound happens to be exactly 2 packages of cream cheese. If I can get this open. My hand is still a little weak. My arm is still a little weak. Shoulder surgery went really well. I'm in physical therapy, and I'm doing really well in there, which is good. Okay, there's cream cheese number 1. Now we're going to use, whoopsie daisy. See what I mean? It's not working too good. And the more softened it is, the easier it's going to blend, and I'm sure you know that. All right, here we go. Yay, I got the cream cheese opened. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse. We've had a big thaw. Thank goodness, welcome spring. And some of the molds outside are just growing too much. And it's making me kind of chesty. All right, we got our cream cheese in. Let's see what's next. All right. Use a stand mixer with the paddle, not this. Oh, I'm so glad I read it. I'm so silly sometimes. Here's our paddle. All right, we are going to put this cream cheese in. And we're going to beat the cream cheese until it's smooth. This could be a little noisy, you know. Good mixers are. All right, we're going to mix this up. Okay, it's done. All right, we're going to add the flour. Now, King Arthur, if you're watching, this is your flour I'm using. I love King Arthur flour. It's really good for one-to-one. It's a one-to-one baking flour. You don't have to add the gum or anything. So there's your flour. And it says to beat for 5 seconds, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that was a little fast. I don't want to hurt the motor. Let's scrape the sides down. And my hands are really clean. Our whole family is into hand washing. My mother was a nurse. And so you knew we always had to go to school. Now, if we weren't dying, we had to go. You couldn't fake sick with a nurse. No way. All right, we are going to add vanilla. Wrong vanilla. This vanilla. I believe it is, I don't know how many teaspoons. Probably 1, maybe a half, but vanilla, it'll be in the recipe down below. All right, we need to add the vanilla. We need to add the sour cream. My handy dandy little measurer. I love this thing for liquids. It makes it so much easier than trying to scrape it out of a traditional measuring cup. This is great. And it comes apart for easy washing. Oops, wrong direction. It'll come right out just like this. You can wash this and this. It's great. It's a great thing. My hands are dirty. Okay. Now the sour cream. I lost my space. I am so sorry. All right, it calls for lemon zest, but I don't have any lemons. The grocery store that I shop at, unfortunately, their produce selection, pardon my language, but it frickin' sucks. The lemons are all old and shriveled up. The limes, you know, they have mold spots on them and everything. I really do not like our grocery store. The employees there really don't care about the freshness. And things are so much more expensive in this little town. You know, we travel 45 minutes away to get to a decent grocery store. But, you know, with the gas prices the way they are, we're going to spend a lot more in gas. We don't have a small car. We have a big girl truck. So yeah, it takes a lot of gas. But I wouldn't trade in my big truck for a little thing because, you know, we live on a dirt road. We live out in the middle of nowhere. And it's good for, you know, it works. And for the snow, you know. All right, we're going to do the lemon zest, and we're going to beat this until just combined. The recipe I read said not to really aerate this because the flour in it helps it. So I'm just going to whip this up real quick. All right, it's just combined. Now it asks us to add 1 egg at a time and then incorporate it. Everything room temperature. Especially, that is a good gluten-free trick. Everything needs to be room temperature in this recipe, even though I adapted it to be gluten-free, wants everything at room temperature. So, you know, they made the recipe. They're the ones that would know. So each egg, beat for 5 seconds on speed 4. All right, and then we add another egg. So what are y'all doing for spring? Going on spring break? You're staying home for spring break? That's what I'm doing. I'll let everyone else go on vacation and abandon our town, and then I can be the first in line for everything. Me, I'm waiting for the lakes and the ice to break up. I cannot wait to get my fishing pole out. I didn't get to go ice fishing this winter because my shoulder was just too messed up, and now that I'm in physical therapy, I'm feeling so much better. I feel like I have a new arm. Scrape the sides down on there. All right. That was good. Let me wash my wingers. We have 2 towels in our kitchen. This one's for hands. The white one's for dishes. I don't know why. I've always done that. I don't know if my mom started it or what. I am not real sure. All right, the filling. All right, blueberries. Stir in the blueberries with a rubber spatula. All right, now we need to be really careful with the blueberries. You don't want your cheesecake to bleed really bad. All right, this is 8 ounces of blueberries. If you don't know how many ounces, 8, it's 1 cup. For every ounce is 1/8 of a cup. I think. Yes. So you're gonna, oops, wrong spatula. That's for my blueberries. I don't know where my head is today. I'm just feeling goofy after physical therapy today. I'm not sure. Oh, this looks so delicious. Okay, just easily stir it in. You don't want to, screw everything up. See how this looks? Just like this. Blueberries on in there. This looks really good. Okay, push Betty back. Go back to your corner, Betty. Thank you. You'll be able to come out and fight again another day. All right, we're going to bake this puppy for 70 minutes. We are going to pour this into our pan, our prepared pan. Oh, I think it might take all of it. Yes. Fantastic. So I don't have to make little cheesecake parts. It's all gonna fit. Wonderful. Okay. Now we'll just smooth out the top. Press it to the edges. Make it nice and smooth. Oh, this can be so delicious. I don't know how pretty it's going to be. It's been forever since I made a cheesecake. Do I or don't I? The hell. Not in front of you guys. Some of you out there are kind of, ooh. So, all righty. So we are going to put this on a pan. Oh, did I forget to put in my sugar? I did. Hold on 1 minute, please. Hey, everybody again. Crisis was averted. I gently scraped out all the cheesecake and I added the sugar. It calls for castor sugar, which is super fine sugar, because castor sugar is really expensive. And I have a Ninja blender. Take just regular white sugar, put it in your Ninja blender, whirl it for 5 seconds, kind of shake it around a little bit, whirl it for another 5 seconds, and then you have caster sugar. You do it more than that, you're going to get it really soft, really smooth, and you're going to get powdered sugar. You don't want to do that. You want just really super fine sugar. I find caster sugar is just far too expensive, and I, for one, let's throw that away. I put my mouth on it. Well, not throw it away, put it in the wash. Yeah, caster sugar is really expensive. Okay, you're going to put this whole hot mess on a baking sheet, and then I'm going to show you a dirty oven. I've been practicing with my air fryer option. This is a brand new stove, and so the inside's kind of funny, but it has a self-cleaning option. All right, we're going to put this on the middle rack in your oven. No steam bath required for this recipe. Isn't that marvelous? All right, and you're going to bake it for 70 minutes, and I will see you shortly. Take care.